Can we talk? Yeah. Get your coffee or your tea out. This is actually chai tea today. I am going to discuss the secret to predictions, and you're going to hear this over and over on my channel. It's going to be so empowering for you. I want to take off all the fear, all of the anxiety that you're feeling about our potential future and tell you what is a fact. I'm going to prove to you what I'm going to share with you about predictions. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears. Break through the fears and live an amazing life. We're going to talk about predictions today. What's a prediction? A prediction is what somebody tells you is going to happen in the future. This is what we believe. Most humans believe a prediction is just a fact. I'm going to share with you the secret to predictions that will empower you and I hope can change your life today. Now, one of the key words that are being searched out there, is predictions. Predictions for 2022, predictions for the financial future, for whatever it is. People have come to my channel, they're like, what's the prediction? I'm going to say this, and I want you to really take this in, because if you do, you will completely change your life. It's possible. A prediction is a snapshot of what exists in the future at the split second that the person sees it. It is not what is to be. It is what is at the moment the person sees it in the future. It is always a moving target. Always. Predictions are only foresight of potentialities and the most likely one at that moment. I will also share with you something else before we get into this further. Predictions out there can be used to create fear and to manipulate financial markets and everything else. Because the majority of people believe a prediction is what's going to happen. The majority of people do not believe in their power and their ability to change absolutely anything in their lives. The majority of people don't believe that what's happening out there is coming from here. This is why a small percentage of people are awakening and understand that power and also accept the things that are going on the planet as part of our teachings, our evolution, the contrast that we're creating, and they have an acceptance of that. They're not trying to fight it or escape it. In other words, they accept the fact that we came to planet Earth and there's going to be all kinds of pain and challenges here. Those who are not in an awakened state battle that. Every time something goes wrong, their ego says it shouldn't be that way, and they are in constant struggle with what's going on out there. Because we have these different factions of people going into awakening and acceptance, and those who continue to battle and struggle and create more conflict on the planet, we continually change our future. It's always been that way. I'm going to prove to you why this is true, that we are absolutely controlling our future at every moment. No one can predict it. So whatever you hear absolutely could change in a flash, based on the collective's choice of how they think of the world, each other, how they behave, and their frequency. That is absolutely changing. This is why we have not had cataclysmic events as predicted years ago by Casey and Nostradamus. They both said, as do many of the great predictors of futures with prophecies and all kinds of things that they see, have told us these are things that exist. These are the probabilities in alignment now, and all of it can change. None of it has to come to pass. They're more warnings than anything. So if we see or hear a prediction that we don't like, we can change it. Can you think about predictions differently now? I've had people come on my channel and say, what was the prediction? The whole message on my channel is, We're controlling it. You have power over it. There's no prediction you're going to hear that, come on, go to your astrologist, go to your fortune tellers and all this. Most of it is made up woo-woo, doggy-doo, and not to put down doggy-doo, by the way. And so what is that? There's another agenda going on. So when you go there, you want a concrete answer of your future. Is that really what you want? So if I told you a comet was going to be here, hit the planet and take it out in next week, do you really want to know that? Do you really want to know the day you're going to die? Do you really want to know the horrible things that could possibly happen to you? Because you can change all of it, right? You could change anything, but you can do that anyways without anybody telling you the future. There are people who are going to predict the future to manipulate the financial markets, because there's a lot of people that are going to run out and say, oh, should I buy this? Should I buy this? What should I invest in? We are not here for that. You are here to go to this amazing, beautiful level of consciousness that is the ultimate purpose of your being, a human being, on this planet right now. And all the gold or the silver or the Bitcoin that you buy, whether it is good or bad in 10 years, won't matter when you transcend. What will matter is if you went in here and took this time to get control over what your thoughts are, your beliefs, and understand that you can absolutely freaking change the weather. Yes, you alone. The universal one consciousness is everything. It is not a separate thing between you and I. It is one consciousness that just is happening. And there's no such thing as time. So any future can change. And you're in charge of that, because your personal reality and future could be completely different than mine, because we have individual choice. If everybody had to participate in the exact same reality and future, then why would we even bother coming here? Okay, let's just live it out, whatever. But we have the ability to change everything. We know that. We can change the health of the planet, our own health. We can go in an awakened state and go into joy the day after we were in the dark night of the soul. It happens all the time. What is that? It's a personal state of mind that switches into the power that it is versus the ego that holds them back, that wants an answer, a defined answer. I want to know what the future is. No, you really don't. Because if you're in that low density ego state of mind, whatever you heard is going to affect you in a very distressful way, because you're going to think that's how it is and that you have no power over it. The fact that you're going to get that prediction in the first place tells me that you believe there is a defined future, and there isn't. Now, when I give predictions, my predictions are that here's what we can do. And I also give you the energetic readings that I get. So if I feel like we're going into something, I don't tell you what it is. I'm letting you know that you can personally bring this power up and prepare for it, whatever it is, and that you can use it in a positive way for great transformation. So my predictions are not one event or a flood or an earthquake or anything like that, because those change too. So the past predictors of our future have said these do not have to come to pass. And sure enough, most of what they shared hasn't. And some of it has been right on target, which means they did have a talent for that. So it wasn't that they were wrong. It's that we changed it. If you can comprehend this, you can do it in your personal life. Do you want to predict your own future? You can do it. You can do it right now, and you can sit down and say, what do I want my future to look like? How do I want to feel? How do I want to function on the planet? But then that takes real action to become that person. You have to shift your mind into that reality, and then you don't want to track something. There's nothing out there. As soon as you do this, it's, I am that. I am. So I absolutely can shift anything in my life to out here in the material world, the results will show up. Cause and effect. What do you want the future to look like? Now, my future and my prediction for myself is that we're in a great state of transformation, of the most amazing opportunities to change everything that has not been working for us, that's been dense, that we are going to learn from that. That's the whole purpose of that struggle. We will no longer struggle with it, but we will experience the amazing opportunities of change, to become a community, to clean up our planet, ourselves, create amazing relationships, get away from judgment, anger, anxiety, victimization. I see us transforming away from that. There will also be, this is all personal choice, so I cannot predict that future, because the whole percentage of ego-based low frequencies that choose to stay down there will affect the whole collective future. I don't know what they're going to do. No one does, because it's an individual choice. Does this make sense now? Here's that secret. The secret is every single person has complete control over our future. Total control. So you're going to say, well, what if the collective creates a certain thing, but you in your own reality will not see it as something cataclysmic or negative. You will go into a state of acceptance and opportunity for growth and change. You will see it differently. So your world will exist differently than other people who see it as negative. All right, we've done a lot of damage on the planet. We've got to play this out, and we can do it. You can be a part of that, or you can be part of the people that spend their time. By the way, I can tell where you guys are going when in your comments. When you use words about this, there's a little word you use starts with a J. I can tell you've been on some propaganda and media and filling yourself with negative energy. Therefore, you're creating a negative future about that. Is it possible that there is a whole group of people in labs trying to solve this very new problem of ours, challenge of ours, that we created as a planet because we just don't treat our animals or our food or our plants very well? We are loaded with chemicals from start to finish. Is it possible there are those in labs actually trying to figure out how to stop this thing? Is it possible? Yes, it is. It is possible. That's a probability that exists. You can believe that, or you can believe some other garbage out there, and it's really garbage, and get so caught up in it that you stop creating that future of your own, and you're allowing everybody else to create it for you. And you're believing it. Why do you give those people more credibility than yourself? You absolutely hold the power that Christ did, because he told us that we do. These things that I do, you shall also do, and more. What part about that is so tough for us to understand? Your future rests in your own hands, and you can start creating it now. Do you struggle financially? What you've been doing hasn't been working. More opportunities right now to be very wealthy, abundant, and do great things with it. No more broke spiritual crap. I'm so tired of hearing that. We've got to get out of this, this lack mentality. We really do. And I want to just share with you right now that no matter what you're going through, you can change it today. You can change how you feel. You can get out of fear. Shift that mind. It's all within you. You are so powerful. You're so amazing and perfect. No one has more or less than you. We're on an equal playing field because we are the one. That future, that prediction is absolutely 100% in your control. And anything you listen to, it makes you feel bad, is another agenda. Why would somebody predict a negative future? A negative future. Possibilities, yes. And that's what we were warned of. And they absolutely shared that we are in control of that. And we've done a good job, because majority of those predictions have not come to pass. In fact, it's more than 20 years past when certain things were supposed to happen. I believe that we're going into a future that's so amazing. I believe right now we're at a turning point and a tipping point. And I'm writing my spiritual butt kick book is going to be coming out this year. And I talk a lot about the tipping point. What is it? And how do we deal with that? Because we've brought everything to a head. There's just so much plastic you can put in the ocean and garbage before we poison ourselves. We're there. We're there. It's up to you. And everything you do in your day is either going toward the new earth of peace and community and respect to the planet, and going back to maybe the days of like the American Indians and other indigenous groups who absolutely, totally had respect for the land and animals. And if we can go back to that, what an amazing world that will be. That frequency is going to raise. This earth is going to sing, she's alive. Everything is. That intelligence runs through everything. You absolutely can start predicting your future, and no matter what the collective creates out there, you're going to see it different. Your life is going to be different. Flourishing, health. You can be happy. You can go through some stuff. You're going to feel it. Some challenges, and it's not going to take you on that emotional roller coaster anymore. It's going to be a dip, because that's what you came here for, to experience being human. You're not going to get out of that. And that acceptance is going to allow you to say, okay, this too shall pass. Where's my opportunity here to be amazing? And now what can I focus on that's going to help this planet to go to a new level of awakening? We're there. We're right here. We're right here. Critical choice, my friend. There's your prediction. And if you come back and say, what's the prediction? I'm going to say, you're just not getting it. You are in power. You are in control. Are you going to contribute to the collective in a most positive way and predict that future of amazing? Or are you going to watch the garbage and continually go down into the very thing you complain about, those people, and you're watching it and listening to it? Because then you become part of it. It's your choice. You're that powerful and amazing. Come on over. Please subscribe. Come on over to the Miracle Circle. Every month we talk about this. We get out of our own heads. We take control. We go into this power place. We know how to deal with the emotions that show up as a human and the challenges. We focus on all the most positive things that you can do for yourself, for the planet. You're going to feel amazing. We have a live session every month. If you go to Manifest Anything, down in the description, it's free. LandriaOnkka.com. Go over there. That whole site's going to be changing. I have new courses coming out. I'm going to change the whole structure, make it easy for you to go through the steps of tapping into your power, of breaking through your fear, of activating your magic. It's a process. We have to know what we are first. Then we have to clear up all the blocks that tell you anything different. Because it's not real unless you make it real. You have that power too. And the third thing is, how do you activate that magic? We could literally walk through walls if we tapped into that power and realized we're just energy, and that wall is the same energy that flows through this and everything else. You're not your body. You don't even have to go there. Play this out. Play this role out. Be your best. If you guys want to come over and learn internet marketing, training, create an online business, step by step by step. How do you do that? Buckle down. No more whining, right? Shut your pie hole. Oh yes, by the way, this is another spiritual butt kick if you haven't noticed. I'm going to continue to have my chai tea this morning. This is very good, nice little change. Get back to shooting more videos. I'm going to go for a walk in nature and contemplate how amazing this beautiful planet is. 2 dolphins swam right past me yesterday, and I thought, how beautiful, how amazing if those waters would be perfect and clean for those beautiful animals. Let's work on that. Let's focus on that. All right, you ready for this? You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Please share these. Please subscribe. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.